New tonight, we're hearing for the first time from one of the families whose son was critically injured in the ALCS shooting. 14-year-old River Clardy was shot multiple times back on December 16th. He was in the ICU for 2 weeks, needed 5 surgeries, and a team of hundreds of medical professionals. His family was by his side the entire time, and slowly he made progress. Parents Christina and Brett say it was their faith and the amazing medical team at American Family Children's Hospital that got them through the darkest days and saved their son.
As a mom, they were just incredibly loving towards him, even though he was like sedated and, you know, how much would he actually remember?
God provided an unusual source of calmness in an incredibly turbulent moment.
We've relied on him before, and that has
Sustained us.
Yeah, that has kept us strong when we shouldn't be strong.
I'll detail River's amazing journey to his miraculous recovery. Rooting for River only on 15 News tonight at 10.